Hi, hello. Is this Carol?
Yes.
Hey, Carol. This is Tommy Bryson. How are you?
How you doing, man? Oh
I'm
shit. Man, you the dude on YouTube. I swear to God. You that
Yeah, bro.
dude.
So before we get started, bro, just want to let you know this call is gonna be recorded and potentially uploaded. Okay?
All right.
All right. How can I help?
Um, so I'm in a bind, meaning I don't have no money, but I have money. Meaning personally I don't have money, but the ideas that I do have, that I want to do, I got it from you actually, Amazon, what you call that? Amazon logistic partnership.
Mm-hmm.
I got that idea from you.
You mean Amazon
Um,
affiliates?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, with the logistic partnership, it's called DPS program now. I think you know what I'm
Amazon.
talking about.
So you have Amazon affiliates, and then you have like the Amazon trucking video that I made, and then you
Yeah,
have drop shipping. Is that what you're talking about?
no, I'm talking about the Amazon logistic partnership. When you up the data on research on Amazon about the logistic partnership.
Their logistic partnership was that the trucking video?
Yeah, it's basically instead of $10,000, you do $40,000. You need
Yeah. Okay.
$30,000. Yeah, that one. So, but I have a homeboy that has about three businesses, about
Okay.
four houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just told me this morning. He said, "Bro, you got the ideas. You just got to put it in the work. I got the
Okay.
money for it." So he's willing to buy something, but he can't run it. He gonna let me run it. So basically, he's a silent investor. So I have $40,000 at my disposal, right?
Yeah.
Potentially 50, 50. Let's just say 50. I got $50,000 at my disposal,
Okay.
and I don't know what to do with it within the next 12 months. Meaning, like 50 needs to turn into at least 90 in the next 12 months.
So you're trying to turn $40,000 to $50,000 into $90,000 to $100,000 in 12 months.
Yeah,
Basically, get a 100% return.
yeah. I know it's hard,
No, it's
but
not. It's not like it's impossible. It's just like the things you're gonna have to do in order to get there are super crazy. Well, not even that crazy, right? It involves, for example, because like, okay, so what are your current ideas to flip this money? Are you planning to use this money to start the Amazon trucking business?
I wanted to do that, but it's so hard to get into it. So I said, who was like one of the
What's hard
best
about
people
it?
that? All right, they do background checks. They do. I got bad background
Okay.
personally. I changed. That's why you
Mhm.
one of the people that helped me. You, Jay Morrison, the circle of CEOs down in Atlanta, like
Mhm.
ET, the hip hop entertainment. Y'all like help me, especially you, because every day you upload something new
Mhm.
that is relevant that we all need to know.
Yeah.
I be watching that in the face. But anyway,
What else? Background
that's
checks.
what
What else?
that's the main thing is the background check.
All right.
They
So,
do select a few. Like they don't just even though you pass background and all this other stuff,
mhm.
they still probably don't pick you
Why are you a no before you even try?
because my sister has it, but she don't want it alone. She want to do it on her own.
Okay.
But I know her taking that time, she just missed out on a certain amount of money. Like it's gonna take her like another 6 to 12 months to even get started. And she could have just took the 40, get started
Is
right
is
now.
is, is the 40 coming from a legal source
Yeah,
or from? Okay, cool.
from
So here's
private investor.
okay.
Like
So here,
the dude already know about the Amazon, right? He already
yeah.
know. He said, but he owns like three businesses that he's tied up into. He
Okay.
said he will loan. He know me personally, so he said, "Yo, I will loan you the money, but I need a business plan and all this." Of
Mhm.
course, the lawyer's gonna be involved, and we doing a joint venture, like his business with my business.
Mhm. And
But
if
he
it
needs
and
to
it, and it, and if
understand.
it, and if it fails, would you be liable?
No, I won't be liable. because
Okay.
that's why he want to see everything. If he see everything and he agree with it, he'll
Mhm.
take the he'll take on all the risk.
Okay. So
So it'd
here's
be
what it
like,
sounds like. Okay, right, Carol? It sounds like okay. My name's Carol.
hmm
Um, I didn't have the best background, but I kind of fixed up my act now. My sister's in the business, but she doesn't want the loan. She wants to do it on her own. I got a private investor that is willing to lend me $40,000 to $50,000. In my head, I want to multiply that and make $90,000 to $100,000 in 12 months. The Amazon thing is cool, but I'm kind of afraid that if I apply for it, I'll get rejected because they're very selective and they have like a background check thing, and they might not select me based on my background. That does sound like what's going on with you?
yeah,
So the first thing that
perfect.
I would do is, right, I would try either way. If they say no, they say no. Then the second thing I would do is I would kind of gauge your skill level, right? So what are you good at? What do you like? And what's going to make you the most money? And then from then on, you kind of create a little business around it. Now, this means, for example, when I invest my money, I expect to make anywhere from 8 to 12%. Anything that's like 50% to 100%, it has to be like it's very rare, brother, right? And if you read a book, it's called The Richest Man in Babylon. It talks about when you try to push money to do things that it usually cannot do, it puts you at risk to lose that money. So if this guy is giving you $50,000, it doesn't have to be an idea to double your money in the first year. It can be something where you start at a small level and then you
hmm
slowly grow it and grow it and grow it. And as you keep growing it and injecting more capital into it, you're able to basically expand and maybe make higher returns every single year. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
And I wouldn't rush it, man. Right? This guy is there right now, but if even if he pulls out that money from under your under your under your wing or whatever, don't stop. Keep thinking about what this idea is, and whatever the idea is, you kind of put it into action. The way I
Right.
started was at a very low level. It started just by me flipping phones, flipping sneakers, providing accounting services, and then helping people get like ATMs and so on. Like that's a very small scale like business type thing, right? But when you want to inject $50,000 into something to make $100,000, like that's not what I do. I don't try
hmm
to double my money that quickly because I go long term, boring stuff, just money that keeps building and building and building. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's called compound interest.
What business idea do you have right now, Carol, to make you that
Well,
much money?
my main thing is I deal with real estate.
Okay, so you have real
So
estate.
that's the biggest thing. Like,
So,
I'm involved in the real estate field in the Washington D.C. area.
mm-hmm.
So right now I got a literally abandoned building across the street from my house. So I'm putting something together right now to actually buy that. I just
How
got to
much?
get in
How
contact
much
with the
does it
right.
cost?
It's off market.
Okay, so you gotta find out. So you don't know what the value is.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna do the ARV on it, but
Mm-hmm. My
I
my
just
big
kind
thing,
of own it first.
Carol, what's your current financial situation? Like you personally, like do you have any debt? Do you have any
No,
income?
I don't have no debt. I don't have
What's your
no debt.
what's your monthly
Well,
income?
my
Net.
monthly income is a net profit 1,200.
Okay, so you're making $1,200 right now of monthly income. You have no
Net,
debt.
no debt.
Okay. You said you keep saying net profit. Does that mean what does that you have a business?
That means after like paying taxes.
Yeah, but you have a
Well,
job, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you do for
But I
work?
haven't been in my job for like a month.
Okay. What did
I
you
got
do at work?
on Sonic, the
What?
restaurant. A manager at Sonic.
Okay. Manager at Sonic. How old are you?
I'm 37 now.
Okay. You're 37 years old.
hmm
Here's what I would say, man. The best way to get started is to work on yourself first, right? Change the way you think, and the way you think is like now you're trying to like you're getting started now, right? So keep introducing, for example, books, audibles to help you change the way you think and the way you kind of like see business. The second thing is, right? You're
hmm
37 years old right now, working on Sonics, making $1,200, but that doesn't have to be you at 40. By age 40, you can be making 40 to $60,000 from a solid like either trade job or college or license or whatever it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That would be my priority. So it means like, okay, so what am I gonna do? What's my first step I would do if I'm Carol? I'm gonna make a list of the top 10 like careers that interest me, whether they're trade job, licenses, or like college degrees. And I'm gonna make a list and like, what do I like? What am I good at? And what's gonna make me the most money? How long is it gonna take me? Am I gonna need loans for this? Am I not gonna need loans to it? Well, how can I like qualify for these things? Because by the way, when you have a low income like this, you're gonna qualify for financial aid and all that stuff. Take it easy, bro, and just like basically take things step by step. If in a year or 2 years you get like a trade job license, you can go from making 1,200, now you're making $40,000 or $60,000, and then from then on you can say, well, I have no debt. By the way, do you live on your own?
No, I just
You,
I just got out of a difficult situation, so
yeah, man. So
um
the best thing to do is when you get out of a difficult situation, whatever it was, you rebuild. You rebuild the foundation, and it starts with you budget, you have no debt, you save for emergencies, then slowly but surely you start investing. But your first investment is gonna be in yourself. This guy gives you $40,000, $50,000, and you're working at Sonics, and you're kind of getting started right now. I would seek knowledge first before I seek the coins, because the coins without the knowledge won't really do you anything. Does that make sense?
mhm.
If this guy has 3 businesses, one that asks him like, hey, you have 3 businesses, great. I don't want the money right now, but I want to work in one of these businesses. I want to follow what you do. I want to learn every detail. And of course, I'm going to get paid by doing this stuff, right? And then you kind of like work there, you increase your income, but then you're also around this guy and you suck up all the knowledge. So when the time does come, you already know what to do with the money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And my main advice, man, would be stop thinking so short term. Stop thinking it has to be like 100% return in 1 year. When you think like that, it makes you do like a lot of risky things. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Any more questions, brother?
No, you pretty much answered it.
Yeah, man. I don't want you to feel like I'm telling you like you have like a bad idea or whatever,
Nah,
but
I know you telling me what I need to hear. That's what a lot of people need to hear anyway. The truth.
yeah. Bro, like a few years ago, I was making $60 a week, yo.
Yeah.
$60 a week. Now I can make like anywhere from $20,000, $30,000 a month or whatever. But it all starts at a very low level. And at the low level, when you're making a small amount of money, it's the best time because
How
you're
you get
able to,
started on YouTube?
on YouTube. I was 11 years old when I made my first video.
Yeah. How many videos you made since then?
Right now it says over 1,000, but I probably like posted. But altogether, probably like 2,000, 3,000 videos.
Damn.
It all
And
starts
that,
at the ground level, brother. It's step by step. You go to the gym?
nah, I don't go to the gym.
You're worked
I
out?
play ball though. I play ball, but I ain't go to the gym like last week.
Yeah, man. But the same thing with ball, right? Like the way you improve your jump shot is you got to keep shooting. There is no
Right.
trick. There is no hack. There's nothing you buy. The sneakers don't matter. The t-shirt you wear don't matter. Whatever team you represent don't matter. It's you got to go out there and you got to shoot. Same thing. Rinse and repeat.
Yep, you so right.
All right, brother. Look, Carol, this is not a one-time thing. So if you feel like calling back and you need help with something else, feel free to call back, bro. You're part of the long-term team. You're not alone. And just get started. Make a list of the top 10 careers you can actually do right now, how long they'll take, what they're involved in, and like how much you're gonna pay you, what the process is gonna be like, and whatever your background is or the background check is. There is people just like you. I remember I was watching Shark Tank and you had this guy. I think he had like a felony, and he was able to create like a small business. But while he was creating that small business, he also had like little jobs or whatever to actually get him to whatever he wants to get to. So find those people that are or were where you are right now and still figure out a way to actually improve and get ahead in life.
That makes sense.
That's going to give you strength. All right?
All right. Thank you so much, man.
All right, brother. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. Peace out. All right, guys. So that right there was Carol, and you can have conversations with people, but then when you ask, for example, the details here, where do you work? I work at Sonic. How old are you? I'm 37 years old. How much money do you make? $1,200 a month. Haven't worked in a while. And all of a sudden you hear, I want to do real estate. Most likely, no crazy experience in real estate. I want to do this business. Most likely, no crazy experience in this business either. One thing about me, guys, is I'm not afraid of being the last guy to get started on something. Like, as long as I know, like, I'm working on something the correct way and I'm taking the steps, like, to actually get me to where I'm going the right way, I'm not afraid of that. You know, this race of life, of financial freedom, of health, whatever it is, you got to run it at your own pace. As long as you're competing against yourself and you're constantly trying to improve, you are going to get a lot better, and most likely better than everybody else, because that's basically how it works. If you're trying to improve yourself, the more you improve, the more you're going to pass other people. The first thing I always say is try to build yourself up first. If you're at Sonic making $1,200, well, okay, that's maybe a few hours a week. Use your extra time, get a little other job, right? Well, there's Uber Eats, whatever it is. Bring in some more dough. You're not living alone right now, so that's like, you're 37 years old. I know for you, maybe you want to be more independent, but you are where you are right now, and that's fine. You make it work with the cards you have right now. You use that money, you say, well, for example, I'm gonna get a license, or I'm gonna do a trade job in plumbing, right? That might take 2-4 years or whatever. Now, 2-4 years later, now you're 41, you're 40, or you're 30, 39 or whatever. You're a plumber. You're making $25 an hour, or for example, 48,000, 50,000, $6,000 a year. Right? You know what I mean? And I say plumbing because it's a very basic job in a sense, but you go from making $1,200 to making $60,000. And then you're able to get this freedom of, I'm going to move out. I'm going to start investing. I'm going to start buying a home. And then with the extra money, I'm going to use this to start like a little business here. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I do. I would start everything in a small scale. And for this guy that is willing to give this guy $50,000. And by the way, I don't know what the accuracy of the statement actually is, right? If it's actually going to happen or not going to happen. But what I would say is, if I go to someone and they ask me for money, right, I would be like, what have you done that is telling me that I can actually trust you with this much money, right? And the main thing, I remember, for example, my uncle, he runs multiple businesses. I never asked him for $1. Like, as far as, for example, like $1 to give me, I would say like, hey, you want to invest with me into this? Like, once I knew what I was doing, that's when he started to invest in me and stuff like that, right? But it all comes down to, I want you to teach me first. When you find someone that is where you want to be in life, don't ask them, for example, for money. Ask them, teach me how you got here. What am I missing? What am I not seeing? That is what matters, because once you have the knowledge, it's all about applying it. And no one can take that away from you. Like the Bible says, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you teach him to fish, he will eat for a lifetime. Guys, that's all I have here. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. If you want to call me on the next call, they're all free. The link is down below. If you want to join me on the Financial Freedom course, it is officially out. So the link is down below also. Thanks for watching. And as always, hey, peace. More content and my face. Subscribe.